What's up, guys? Thunderfoot here, and thanks for joining me today for a special episode, a new installment. He rants. I've finally had enough of Destiny 2, and I felt that I needed to put my 2 cents in. And I know that my little rant here is only going to be a drop in the bucket that is ripping this game apart. But anybody who knows me well knows that I gotta be heard. So I thought, in what better way to do it than play the predecessor, which I feel is actually much better. I just, I had such high hopes and high expectancy for this, and it really kind of let me down. And not too often do you get let down by a game. Not too often do I get let down by a game. So, I guess, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into it. I think I want to jump in to my Titan, because at the end there, the Titan was like, it was like the Cinderella story. I hated it at first, and I absolutely hated War to Dawn and that big fucking bubble. And as time progressed, I really started to like it, and that became like the class that I wanted to use, especially with Destiny 2 coming out, and I wanted to do the Sentinel, and it's just, things have changed. It's just not what it once was. But let's go ahead and jump into some public events or something. Let's just trip around the old Cosmodrome just to bring back the feels. So let's start off with this. Now, the layout was, at the end. Now, I have to take into account something, is that Destiny 1 was up for 3 years? 4 years? 3 years before D2 came out. And obviously, the layouts needed a little tweaking. Obviously, that stuff's not going to be perfect the first time. But at the end, it really was something you're used to if you've been playing it for the whole time. And I don't see anything wrong with this. I mean, it's all fairly similar now. There's really not a whole lot difference, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, they don't have this button to come down to the lower menu. You can just tap down on the D-pad. And this is all pretty fine. But I can't help but be reminded, as soon as I look at any weapon that I like, for example, Last Extremity, great scout rifle, but one thing you'll notice, if you've never played Destiny 1, and you only, if D2 is your foyer into the series, that you have these little nodes here, and you had to grind for it. You had to actually make the weapon what you wanted. And, you started out with one sight, and all these were grayed out. You couldn't use them. And you had to actually make them worthwhile. You had to, if you wanted it, you had to kill things with it. And that was cool. I mean, at the time, it seemed kind of arduous, like a big pain in the ass, but as you played along with it, you realized that it was, I guess it kind of helps cater to your play style, and I think that's what we need. And now, if I got some sort of last, which would really probably just be a reskin of some other scout rifle that I already have, it's the same scout rifle that you have, except maybe you can change your sight. Your sight might be different, but we have the same gun. And I guess I could see maybe they want that to be player skill. Maybe they want your player skill to determine how you get your kills and not the weapon, but everyone's got different play styles. And I think they need to cater to the individual player, not to this is how we want you to play, and you need to get good with this gun because this is its limitations. This is what it can do, and you need to change and adapt to that. Don't come in here thinking that you can be your own individual. Let us tell you what we want you to be. For example, on this, I've chosen Zen Moment, because I like stability in a scout rifle. I think it's very important, and if you're going to be plinking people off from a great distance or whatever, you're going to need that stability. Over Exhumed, where if I get killed, then I have better range. Well, I'm trying not to get killed. So if I'm playing it safe with a scout rifle and I'm wanting to pick off the opposition before I go in, this isn't really going to help me, but this will. Same with how I wanted to do this. I would rather have range on a scout rifle than quicker reload speed. In this case, drawing it faster. I want that range so I can pick them off from a distance. That was one of the best parts about the weapons. And I realize that now that we don't have it. Like I said, there's a handful of things that you can do, but it doesn't have the extent that it once had. And I've kind of grown to miss that. And so I decided to pick this up last night, and oh man, I forgot how much fun it is. And there's a lot of things that have changed as far as just the weight and the feel of the game. Particularly sidearms in this game. Sidearms, in this game can be single shot. I think in the 7 months or so that Destiny 2's been out now, I think I've picked up one sidearm that can do single fire. It's all either 3-round burst or full auto, and they don't have stability so high that I think full auto is reasonable. I don't think it should be a thing. And not to mention, they all sound the same. I feel like every full auto sidearm I've ever picked up is the same full auto sidearm across the whole game. I don't think there's any difference. And where the hell are all the enemies? Seriously. Like, I'm trying to make a point here about the sidearms, and I can't find anything to kill. Holy shit. Alright, fine. So anyway, moving on. I think that was something that's lacking. It's a big deal. I think I can't be the only person who feels this way, but I liked the fact that when I got a weapon, to make it really good, I had to earn it. I had to work for it, and it's not like I could just have it, like on my holster and just level it up as I went. No, I actually had to go kill stuff with it. This one sounds like it's got a kick-ass silencer on it, so the sound is different, where they all have that clinky, metallic sound in the new one. Holy shit. And it's just kind of, there's just something there that's just, it's missing in Destiny 2. and frankly, we need it back. And it doesn't just stop at the weapons either. I mean, oh come on, no. Yes, I could have gotten up that ledge in D2 because of the wall climbing aspect, but that's really not a make or break point. But like I said, it doesn't stop at the weapons. The armor is the same way. You know, I got this exotic chest piece, the Twilight Garrison, and again, I didn't have any nodes available. I had to use this and get hit in this and get killed in this to make it what it was, and I was able to make it play toward my style. Do I want special weapons to get more ammo, or do I want more heavy ammo? Well, it depends on what I'm doing, and I can change that if I want. If I'm out in the field, I can do special. If I'm, you know, taking on Crota, or there's a huge group of enemies, then I can do for the heavy. And I feel like that's something that is pretty important to the individual player. Now, with that, I will say, okay, I built up Destiny 2 a lot in the time leading up to its release. Me and the Derailed crew, go check them out on YouTube, we all were so excited for it. I mean, they had their own show about it, and I was, you know, definitely, like, I was a featured guest on it, and we built that thing up so much. We had such high hopes and such great expectancy for it, and we all took place in the beta, and, you know, got our asses kicked, and overall, I'd say we loved it. I'd say that it lived up to what we wanted it to be, and we knew that it was a work in progress, but we didn't realize that the work in progress was pretty much it. That was pretty much what you were going to get when it came out, too. And I don't know, you know, like, if we all played as Titans, or if we all played as Warlocks, we're pretty much all going to get the same shit. It's pretty much all going to be the same, and if it's not, then it's probably a reskin. Mine's probably exactly the same as yours. It just looks a little different. Or I can put a shader on it. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't care about shaders. I really don't. It doesn't make a difference what color my stuff is. And the fact is, I don't want a mismatch colors either. You know, think about it. If I mean, maybe some of you do. Maybe there's like a niche category of you know, people that want to have pink pants and a green shirt. Like, I don't know. It's up to you. But for me, if I want an armor set, I want it to follow a theme, and I get that theme with a shader, and it costs me no money to change it. I can change it as many times as I want, and it doesn't cost me a damn thing. I mean, this is how it looks default, which is no shaders, and I mean, mostly everything is, I mean, this is how it comes, and this is how I end up looking in Destiny 2, because I don't want to have to spend Glimmer to change my colors. That it's just pointless. Give me the colors I want, and I'll delete the ones I don't. Like that. I'm never going to use that. So I just get rid of it, and it's fine. And no, I didn't get any Glimmer for it, but I don't really care. I just don't really care. I never thought these things really mattered until I started dealing with it end on end, you know? Anybody that's played Destiny 2 is aware of the Eververse and all the little shit you can buy in the Eververse, and I don't want any of it. I really, really don't. We, as in me and the guys from Derailed, wanted a particular ship that this lady was selling, and we sold everything. Like, pretty much everything we had. We sold every single shader, we sold a bunch of armor, and all those stupid mods. No, just get rid of it. And we all bought it, and then we realized 10 seconds into it, hey, what's the coolest way to make something not cool? Everybody has it. Well, now we all have the same ship, and, I mean, yeah, it's a cool looking ship, but we all have it now. It's all the same. I miss that stuff. I miss the grind. I miss everything being different, and it's not anymore. I also miss machine guns. I mean, I wish they would get rid of grenade launchers. I could give a shit about grenade launchers and just bring back machine guns. I miss super good advice and Nemesis Star and Thunderlord. You know, that was like the one heavy that I don't think I ever got was Thunderlord. I remember getting my ass kicked in year 1 with Thunderlord, and I never picked that fucker up. Finally, Vandal of Vandal. At least they brought that back into Destiny 2, and they brought Randall the Vandal with them. That's pretty cool. I think it's just, there's times when you need change, and there's times when you had a formula and it worked great, and why change it? It's Coke versus New Coke, and New Coke can eat shit, and Coke is the original, and just leave it alone. It did fine. It was fine the way it was. Leave it be. But let's move on from that. Actually, let's not. Let's touch up on subclasses. They were the same way. Look at that. You know how long I spent unlocking all this shit so that it would play to my playstyle? Strictly speaking, just from subclass standpoint, this is completely different than what yours might be. But in Destiny 2, the chances that you and I are running the exact same subclass are pretty friggin' good. And I don't like that. I don't like the fact that there's no stats like this. I mean, if I want to be a fucking tank, if I want to be a really quick healing tank, then I can do that. But in this game, in Destiny 2, you can't. They appeal to the melee factor, and if you use your melee, it charges your grenades, and if you use your grenades, it helps your super, and your super does whatever. I don't really care. These 3 nodes in particular are very important. Ward of Dawn. I'm always going to pop a bubble, and it's always going to recharge my grenade and melee when I open it up. But you can see the little arrows down below, and again, this is partially to appeal to anybody that never played Destiny 1 or Destiny. I can change how I want Ward of Dawn to act. Do I want more damage resistance? Do I want anybody that walks in and out to get a temporary shield? Or to increase their damage? Increase damage. Why not? Give one of my buddies or some rando that passes through my bubble who's on the same mission, give him a chance to kind of power through. I can't do that in Destiny 2. He can just cast his own bubble and do whatever the fuck he wants with it because it's the same as my bubble. I I can't fucking help you. I can't be a team with you because I can't give you anything you don't already have. I think that just sucks. You know, I like the fact that if I liked War Machine for the melee. After I punch something, I can reload everything super quick. For my playstyle, that worked great. Doesn't matter what my playstyle is in Destiny 2, it is what it is. And more than likely, it just gives me a little bit of grenade energy. I don't even remember, I haven't taken the time to care. Let's see, where do I want to go? Let's go check out the tower. I feel like it's been a long, long time since I've gone to the tower. Do I have any Engrams? Let's see if I have any to like go talk to Raul, or I can't even remember his name. And I know he's in the second one. I guess I just don't care. And this has never changed. In mid-travel, I can't view my shit. Okay, fine. I don't get to view my stuff right now. I'll just wait till I'm on Earth. In that case, with Engrams, let's talk about exotics. Let's talk about legendaries and how blue pieces of shit should stop at some point in time. There we go. I just wanted to go look at this machine gun. I remember being so excited when I got it. Before I had gotten the, so when I got the two together, I was really, really excited about it. But, moving on. When you started out in Destiny 1, you know, you got all your commons and your uncommons, your grays and your blues, respectively, and you got your little stockpile of them, and then when you hit like a certain light level, you started picking up blue engrams, and you had no choice but to bring them here. Like, you always had to come to Master Raul and get them decrypted. Rank 11. Not super high up, but high enough. But you always had to come here, you always had to talk to him, and you always had a chance when you got a blue that it was either going to be something blue, or there's a slight percentage that it would come out purple, and you would get something that you might have had it, you might not have. That was the important thing, is you might not have. And it was a mystery of whether you were going to get something you had or not, and that kind of left you wanting more. It kind of left you excited. But now with Destiny 2, you get a blue for fucking everything. Hey, thanks for turning on your PlayStation. Here's like 15 blues for the next hour of gameplay. And it's all shit you don't want. That was the nice thing about getting engrams, like in Destiny, is that most of the time they dropped at your light level, or if everything you had equipped was, let's say, at 330 light level, and you got something, if everything you had was at a certain light level, the next engram you open might drop at something higher, and it's just not the same anymore. Like, everything has just been shitty and low, and you can't infuse it into anything you have. Hey, thanks for joining. So, with engrams now, I mean, it is so, for lack of a better term, it's so rare that I end up with a legendary anymore. And I miss it. I just change the drop rates, okay? change the drop rates for everything. You know, so me and the guys from Derailed, again, go check them out on YouTube if you haven't already. They put out a lot of great content all the time. If we do a heroic strike, or if we do the Nightfall, don't give me anything blue. Ever. It's insulting, and I don't want your blue shit clouding up my inventory for that. The Nightfall is not an easy task. It's not meant to be an easy task, and it should be rewarded more handsomely. I don't want to get 2 blue Engrams, like a helmet and, I don't know, a scout rifle that I can never use. That doesn't help me. I think that a Nightfall minimum should be legendary. Even if it's one legendary, but if it's a specific, it should be specific to that Nightfall. You know, I know they're working on that stuff, and I'm giving it time, but I'm kind of running thin on patience about it. I mean, seriously. The last time we did a Nightfall, it was timed, and we were trying to beat it at a certain period of time, and I got like a helmet and a bunch of shitty tokens that I'm just not gonna use. I can't benefit from any of that. I literally, in the little, after you finish a strike, there's that countdown. I literally dismantled everything I had that I had just gotten because it was useless. It dropped like, I don't know, 100 light level. It was under by like 100 from what I already had. I have no use for that. And everybody else has it too. I don't want the same thing that everybody else has. It's just not of any benefit to me. Change the drop. Make it purple when it should be purple. If I had to bust my ass, give me something worth my time. Give me something worthwhile. Purples should be, at a certain light level, you should just really only be receiving purples. There's no point of having blue for you. And if I get duplicate purples, at least they're going to be strong enough, hopefully, to benefit something I already have. If I need my IS Luna here, which I don't because everything is already maxed out, but if this was, a 398 IS Luna, and I had some 400 hand cannon that I didn't give a shit, but I only wanted this one, I can infuse it, and I'm not getting that anymore. It takes so much longer and so much more effort to infuse something and make it worth my while. I think there's just a sense of mystery that's just missing from Destiny 2, and I think it's just, how can I put this? Surprise me a little bit. I know that when I complete a strike, I'm gonna get some blue shit that I don't want. I would love to be blown away and receive a purple for something, but I never have. With that, I'm gonna move on to exotics, like I said it was. So, in Destiny 1, exotics were few and far between. I played for like almost 3 years or whatever, and rarely did I ever get all of, I didn't get all the exotics. I don't have them. And I don't think I was ever anywhere near getting them either. But the point is, I had to grind and grind and grind for them just to get them. And it was fun. I never lost like that good old fashioned feeling or whatever that you know, it was something I wanted to do. You know, the first time I got Icebreaker for something, I can't remember. I think you had to do a certain quest to get Icebreaker, but the first time I got it, I lost my fucking mind. It was so hard to come by, and I finally fucking had it. And I'm pretty terrible with sniper rifles. I need coffee to keep up with this. So, it was exciting to get an exotic. It was awesome to get an exotic. I mean, you had to have seen it. You had to have seen some sort of reaction video to somebody opening an exotic in Destiny 1. It was like a legit thing to be excited about. And now they're given to me all the time. I think after like the fourth story mission or the third or fourth story mission in Destiny 2, they're like, here, pick one of 3. Okay, well, I didn't even know of 3 exotics when I first started. I just went into it blind and started playing and hoped for the best. Hey, random person. It's good to see you're still hanging on. We can dance if you want to. Back when the dances were awesome. Yeah. Anyhow, I don't like the fact that they're just giving away now. Pick one of these 3 exotics. And they're exotics with perks that I don't want. And, going back to what I was saying earlier, all the perks have already been decided. I don't have to make an effort to do anything. All I have to do is just keep infusing it as I move along. But, again, I can't get anything to drop higher than what I'm at, so I can't fucking level that shit up. It's just this endless maze of, you know, getting the same shit over and over and over again and not being able to make it stronger. And that was the other thing. Dismantling these, you had to be damn sure that's what you wanted to do. Because all you were going to get out of it, I think, was a little bit of glimmer and an exotic shard. And an exotic shard was like a currency. And a damn valuable one at that. And you had to use it to, like, buy shit from Xur. So, I mean, there was really a purpose to grinding for an exotic with this. Because you needed to buy shit from him. You wanted to buy shit from him. Because a lot of the times he had good shit, and if he didn't, let's say he had something you already had, I bet you it was stronger than the thing you had.
Listen to this.
That's reason enough to buy it right there.
Osiris.
But let's not buy an exotic engram from him. Let's never buy legacy engram or any, like, you know, the boots or the chest or whatever, because it might not drop for the class you're using. I don't know how many times I was playing as a warlock and got Titan boots. I didn't even have a Titan character. I can't use this shit. And then even when I started, you know, on my Titan, I couldn't use it for another 20 levels. But looking back on it now, that was really like the least of my concerns. I really did not need to bitch about that. I had so much other stupid shit to deal with. Oh my gosh, who has this many sniper rifles? Good lord, what is wrong with me? Man, I need a hobby. Fuck. Anyhow. I don't even care about exotics anymore. Because they don't serve any great purpose. All they do for me now is just take up inventory space. I miss having an exotic where I was excited to get it, and that it had something that nobody else had. It had the opportunity for me to mod it the way I wanted to. And looking back on this, with 3 coins, you know, you'd buy 3 coins from Xur. Like, you almost had to buy 3 coins from Xur. It was, like, probably the best way to get your exotics. I can't tell you how many at the end there,
Something's got them worked up.
3 coins I was spending every night. You know, I'd maybe play some Drunk Destiny with Aaron from Derailed, and it was just like ritual. Get drunk, use 3 coins, hopefully score some exotics. And if you got a duplicate, like I said, it really didn't matter then, because it was usually stronger. And if it wasn't stronger, you got something out of dismantling it. You got something that was worth your time, and you got something that, if you couldn't use the weapon, you got currency out of it. Currency that you just didn't have before, and now dismantling them gets you the same shit that gets you for dismantling a legendary. You get these legendary shards. Okay, if I dismantle an exotic's supposed to be, well, its namesake. It's supposed to be exotic. It's supposed to be, you know, hard to come by. And now all it does is gives me 2 extra shards than a legendary. Well, that's just really not worth it, now is it? I don't get that. I don't understand that. I didn't think any of this mattered. I really didn't. I was so excited about what was to become of Destiny 2. You know, there's gonna be new weapons, and there's gonna be new ghosts. I mean, nothing is ever going to top Ghost. Look at him. He's magnificent. But you give me these weird fucking, looks like a melted frisbee ghost. What? Sure, they had some different perks that were decent for Destiny 2, like detect chests 30 meters away, but the chests don't give you anything worthwhile. Here's an EDZ token. Yeah, well, I get those like every 5 seconds for killing this, or opening a chest that, or here, defeat this really tough heroic fucking strike, and here's 5 of them. The rewards aren't worth it anymore. You know, planetary materials on this game had a purpose. They had something to offer. I love my Suros regime. It's probably my favorite auto rifle. It's really slow. It's really chunky. But, you know, like, to level it up, I needed certain material. Yes, thank you, Destiny Gaming. I agree. Destiny 2 sucks. The end. And I'll drink coffee to that. Good on you. My thing is, it's just, I feel super let down. But going back to what I was saying, the planetary materials, there was something there. If I wanted to level this thing up, which the Wounded was actually a very nice weapon in Destiny 1, I needed Spirit Bloom, and I needed to go to Venus, which means I had a reason to go to a different planet and kill shit and look for all this stuff. There was a reason to do it, but now if I go to, I don't know, anywhere, the EDZ. If I go to the EDZ, I get tokens. I don't, tokens? Really? Like, is this fucking Chuck E. Cheese now? Here's your tokens. I don't want tokens. I want something that's unique, that doesn't, it's not just a planetary symbol on the different wooden chip. you get tokens all the time, and they don't do shit for me. I mean, every time I turn around after like an hour of grinding on Destiny 2, I have like 150 tokens, and they disappear super quick when you turn them in, and you just get a bunch of the same shit over and over and over again. And it's shit that doesn't benefit me in really in any way. I like that. I have more to say though, because I'm fucking super let down. This was like a big deal, and it just fucking took a shit. There was so much more, I think, to this game now. Like I said, granted, this game had 3 years under its belt. It took some time. It got its, you know, it was able to kind of learn and grow from there, but it they had a great formula at the end there. And now it's just totally gone. I think they tried too hard to start from the ground up, and they just took too much away. I think I had so much more fun with this game that I just, maybe I'll check in with Destiny 2 in a few years and see how it turns out. I mean, we got one more DLC coming up, the Fallen Warmind or whatever, but basically, until D2 turns into D1 again, I'm done. I can't do it. I'm just, who knows? Maybe I'll just start fucking playing this over again until they shut the servers down. I had fun with this. It was worth the grind. The weapons were actually unique. There is no other shotgun that looks like this shotgun. Well, I'm getting ready to hop off there, Destiny Gaming. I do appreciate you tuning in, though. I'm just too tired to grind, though. I've just lost the motivation to grind, with Far Cry just around the corner. That's really all I can think of anymore. I just basically have to let Destiny go. So, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like sending a baby downriver in a raft or something. Just let it go. Like, somebody else will find it, somebody else will enjoy it. But no, it's gotta go. Like, let me know what you guys think. Like, did you enjoy the grind in D1? Like, did you enjoy having to work for it, or do you like just shit being handed to you and here, yours is the same as your friends, and it doesn't matter how you play. You guys can both play the same way now. Don't be different. don't don't let any like weapon pertain to how your playstyle is. Let it be this way, and that's it. Anyways, if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more, and just click the bell icon, to get the latest and greatest out of the channel. Destiny 2 is dead. It's over. I have no faith. Until something groundbreaking happens, So, keep an eye out, watch. I'll try to get some more Assassin's Creed Let's Plays out there, and until maybe I can actually finish the damn game, and until then, until we game again, have a good one.